let's go ahead and we'll just start with some big stretches. Nice big open stretch, stretching the chest, reaching for the ceiling. Fanning those arms down. Again, deep breath up. Fanning those arms down. This time we're going to reach up. We're going to hold it up. And let's stretch it to the right. And back to center, and let's stretch it to the left. And back to center. Fan those arms down, and let's just kind of drop our head, drop our neck, drop our shoulders. Shift those hips back and forth, left and right, side to side. And roll it up nice and slow. Bring those arms back behind you. And we're going to bring the short eyes over in front of you. Big stretch forward. Good. And then let's raise the knees up. And let's open up those knees out, around. One more. And let's do some hip circles, big circle. And reverse that. One more. Good. Let's bring our arms out and our toes out. We're going to take our fingertip and reach for the opposite toe. All the way back up. Other toe, all the way up. One more. Let's bring the toe up to the opposite fingertip. Swing them up. Good. Let's go ahead and swing those arms forward now. And then let's bring them backwards. And let's do some big hugs with some heel taps forward. So you're warming up those calf muscles also. Reaching forward. Open and close the chest. Good, let's do some hip circles, feet together, and swing them around. Should be bigger movement, should be feeling a little more loose, a little more limber. And rotate the other way.
This move right here.
Yes.
Like, go ahead and give yourself a great big hug since we can't hug anybody else.
Oh, I know. All right, let's go ahead, march in place, pick those knees up. And let's start opening up those knees, bring them up and around.
I think that's
Huh?
I think that's one of the things I miss the most is hugging people.
Yeah, real connection. Hugs
Yeah.
are. I know. One more on each side. Let's go down and touch our toes. Reach down and all the way up. One more on each side. And let's bring the toe up to the fingertips. One more on each side. Let's go ahead, just jog in place. And let's bring those knees out in front. Let's do some side-to-side hops. You're just freezing and hopping on over, left and right. Let's add on to these. Give me a 3 count to the side.
My booty hurts from yesterday.
Oh, good. Yesterday was a good booty workout.
It was.
Today we got some shoulder, triceps, and abs.
Okay.
On each side. Let's go into some jumping jacks. Last one, and let's go ahead and jog it out. Back behind you, kicking them back. Pick them up a little bit more. And let's bring those knees out in front. And let's do our side-to-side hop. And let's go ahead now, add 3 counts to that. One more on each side. Let's knock out 20 more jumping jacks. Ten more. 19 and 20. All right, good job. Warmed up. Thought I had water out here. All right, so today you've got 5 exercises. Okay, with 3 rounds to those. All right. I'm going to show you those 5 and then we'll get started. You're going to start with 1 dumbbell. And you've got a single arm clean and press rotation. You know what? Let's do 2 because we're going to alternate. You are going to have 2 dumbbells, okay? You're going to hinge forward or squat forward, clean one arm up, rotate. Clean the other arm up, rotate. Okay, you're rotating sides, just one side at a time, okay? Then you're gonna get into a static lunge. We're just gonna hold our lunge right here and bicep curls. Okay. Then we lie back. For skull crushers. All right. And let's go ahead with our skull crushers, we're gonna extend our legs out for our skull crushers. Actually, we're gonna keep one leg down, one leg up. And you're gonna bring them back behind your head and press them up. You have a seated punch from there, going side to side. And then we finish with hollow mans. We're gonna hold right here. Belly in, legs out, arms out. Okay, so that's your 5 exercises. And you're doing 3 rounds of those 5 exercises. All right. Okay. So we're gonna start with both weights, single arm clean and press and rotate. And modified it a little bit. Okay, so 2 weights. And we're gonna hinge forward with one arm, rotate, bring it back. Hinge forward, other arm, and rotate. Bring it to the shoulder, rotate. Notice how I'm rotating my body. Here's your side to raise it up overhead. Last one. Good. We're going to get into a static lunge. I'm going to start with my right leg first. Bicep curl. Arms by your side and we're curling right through here. Head and chest are up and we're curling. Elbows by your side. Curl. Get a little lower if you can. Don't hold out on that leg. We have skull crushers coming up after this one. Hang tight. All right, great job. Skull crushers are next. We're gonna lie back. I'm gonna extend my left leg first. Those weights go right above your head to the ceiling. You're gonna bend them back behind your head and press it straight up. We're focusing on the back of the arms here. Keep that lower back pressed into the ground so you have core engagement as well, not flaring up like this and keeping everything down and locked. If your elbows are hurting, you're going to go down to one weight, pressing it straight above the head. Okay. Got core engagement happening here, belly in tight. Seated punches are next. All right, we're going to sit upright. Your legs are out in front of you. You've got a nice tight core to support your upper body. Got my fighter position. And we're side to side. Twisting that torso. Working that core. Give me some speed here on these. And breathe. Good, twist, twist, throwing those shoulders. Throw it back, throw it into it. 5 seconds and then hollow man. All right, take a second. You're gonna lie all the way back. Arms are coming above the head. Chin is tucked. Raise both feet up off the ground and hold. You're almost shaking like an earthquake, which, as a matter of fact, happens in circuit too. If you need to rest a leg, if your lower back's ticking over, you could rest that leg, but I want your shoulder blades up, your arms over your head, extend that leg out. You can even switch that hold if you need to. Otherwise, you're here. Feet together, arms together. Ooh. 10 seconds. Keep that chin tucked. If you gotta drop your head, you can drop it, but hold. There's only 3 seconds left. All right, here we go. Single arm clean and press. With the rotation again, pick up those dumbbells.
Be right back, I gotta get another weight.
Hinge forward. You're gonna clean it up and rotate. Exhale as you press that up. And rotate. And when you rotate, it comes up to the ear. Don't go in front of your body with it. We're not out here. You're right here. Five seconds. All right. Static lunge with curl. If you're following me, that left leg is forward now. Head and chest strap sink low into that lunge. Bicep curl through here. Breathing through each curl. That core is in tight. Sink into that. Don't start raising up out of that lunge. Use that leg. All right, here we are. Feel those muscles pumping. Biceps working. Booty's working too. 5 seconds here. All right, we've got skull crushers. If you need 2 weights, you can use 2. You can use 1. I hold my weight horizontal. Extend the leg out. You can keep it down. If you want to get a little booty work, you can lift those hips up too. Squeeze it up at the top. Pressing that lower back in, squeeze up. Remember, you can lift those hips up too if you wanted. All right, good job. You get seated punches. Go ahead and sit up for me. Those legs are out in front of you. Flare out that rib cage here. I want you to pull everything in tightly. And we're side to side, seated punches. Here we go. Rotating our body. Extending that arm in front of you. Using my obliques to force that out side to side. Ten seconds. Almost there. All right, take just a second. We've got Hollow Man. Lie back. Keep that lower back down and those arms up. Extend those legs. Hold belly in. If you gotta drop a leg for a second, you could drop the leg, but don't take that lower back off of the ground. That lower back should be constantly pressing in, almost reaching those fingertips out to along your spine. Hold that 10 seconds. Oh, yes. Press that lower back in. 3, 2, 1. Oh, all right, good job. That's the hardest one. Okay. Round 3. Here we go. Single arm, clean and press. We're going to hinge forward, reach the shoulder, rotate and press. Just heard my husband in the house, like, make a really loud, and I've never heard him do that, so I'm a little worried. He's Mr. Tough Guy, so he hurt himself. I don't know what he did, but.
Oh no, we're gonna go check.
If it was an emergency, he'd be out here. I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, help me.
We have static lunge with curl. We're going to switch at the halfway point. Okay, so I'm going to start with my right leg forward. Head and chest are up and we curl. Ooh, stay low in that. We got a few more here. Give me one more. All right, now go ahead and switch that leg. Sink into that. Better have your stomach in tight too. Curl. Ooh, yes. Feeling my lower body and my upper body right now. All right, great job. Skull crushers down to the floor. Lower back pressed in. And bend those elbows back. Press it straight to the ceiling. You can extend that leg, create some more core work. That's hurting your hip flexors or your back. You can keep that down and give me a bridge instead. My shoulder and my elbow is straight above my shoulder. I'm just moving the weight back behind my head and straight up with a squeeze. Keep breathing. All right, good. Sitting on up. Seated punches. Legs out. Just a slight bend in the knees. That core's in tight. And we're side to side. Shifting those shoulders. Belly in. Really use those obliques. Feel your stomach doing the work. Just don't go through the motions. Throw that side to side. Stretch that oblique. You can make this easy on yourself or you can challenge yourself. All right, hollow mans. No getting around this one. This is a challenging period. We're gonna lie back with our arms above our head. And we're gonna raise both the head and the legs up and hold. This is your last one of circuit one. Then we'll take a water break. Hang out with me. Extend those arms, belly in tight. Ooh, you got this. You need to raise your legs up so you have your lower back on the ground more. You can raise your legs up. You can do a slight bend if you need to. You could drop a leg if you absolutely need to. Otherwise, hang out here with me. Oh gosh, I'm shaking. We have earthquakes in circuit 2. Oh gosh, Hollow Man should be like the cousin of earthquakes. Oh, here we are. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh. Good job. Good job. Grab some water. Right. All right, there's only 2 circuits today. So here's your next circuit with your 5 exercises. We're doing 3 rounds of, okay? We're gonna start with standing. A little more tricep work for you. A little tricep and shoulder work. So we have an overhead tricep press. You're gonna take your dumbbell overhead. All right, sometimes I prefer it vertical. Sometimes I prefer my dumbbell horizontal. Horizontal kind of gives me more space between my arms. Allows me to still keep my elbows next to my head. I'm not flaring out like this. We don't want that. You want them in. I'm pressing it straight up. Okay. Then we have a fun one. Kneeling squat to lateral raise. So you're gonna come down to the ground with both of your weights. If you need to double up on your mat, you might want to like fold it over a couple times. And you're going to sit back on your heels. You're going to hinge forward with a tight squeeze of those glutes. Lateral raise up. Sit back into it. Squeeze the glutes. Lateral raise up. If for some reason you're unable to lift that lateral raise, you can give me a high row here, okay? Your next one is a combo. 2 back extensions, AKA Supermans, into a push-up. So you're gonna come down. You got 1, 2, raise up to a push-up, all the way down, okay? Show you again. 1, 2. You can also raise it to the knees if you need to. If you have anything going on with your wrist or your shoulder and you're unable to do a push-up, I just want you to stay with the back extensions, AKA Supermans, okay? Then you're gonna flip it on over. We have a leg raise switch. 2 ways you can do your leg raise switch. Arm up, you can give that leg a tug, switch. Leg a tug, switch. Modification, bend the knee all the way into the chest. Okay, so that's your 2 ways of doing this leg raise switch. And then we finish with earthquake. Arms to the ears, belly in tight, extend those arms out, hold that up nice and tall. And that's your 5th exercise. All right? So we're gonna start it from the top. We've got an overhead tricep press. Grab your dumbbell. We're gonna start in 10 seconds. I'm gonna hold my weight horizontal. Up to the ceiling, bend those elbows back behind my head, and let's press it up. Hold your core in tight. Don't start arching your back. Don't move your body like this. I want you to keep it nice, controlled. Keep that stomach in tight. Breathe through each one. Keep those elbows close to your head so you're targeting the backs of those arms. Should start burning right about now. Breathe through each one. All right, good job. Kneeling squats to the knees. Grab both of your weights. I'm gonna sit back on my heels. I'm gonna hinge forward in those hips, squeeze the glutes, lift the arms. Hinge back, squeeze the glutes, and up. All right, this doesn't work on the booty. If you're not contracting, tight squeeze and out. Your modification, remember, you can lift high row here. High row if you wanted to, okay? Otherwise, we're here. If you wanted to do lateral raise, you can always do a single arm. Lots of different methods to this. Do what you know. 5 seconds. All right, 2 back extensions into push-up. Remember, if you've got anything going on with your shoulders or your wrists, you could do just the back extension. Push-up, but you can't come up fully, you do to the knees. 2 back extensions. Up to a push-up from the knees. 2 back extensions, or you can come up into full push-up. I kind of like the little bit of a break, this combo move here. Can go to the knees also. Last 2, last 1. All right, turn it over onto your back. Leg raise switch. Extend one leg. Other leg to the ceiling. Give it a nice pull and switch. Belly in tight. Remember your modification. Bend that knee, tuck it into the chest. So it might be a little easier on the back. Just keep that lower back down. We have 5 seconds for your earthquake. All right, good job. Sit it on up. Legs are out in front of you. Woo. We're gonna have that nice open chest, but don't open up the rib cage. Okay, keep that in, contract. Arms up, let's hold. You have a pillow you need to put behind your back. If you need some type of back support, you can put back support there. It will still cause you to use your stomach more. Woo. Lean back into that. Arms to the ceiling, don't have your arms out here. We don't want bent arms. Up, strong elbows, strong fingertips. I'm shaking. I hope you're shaking too. We have 10 seconds. 5 left. All right, good job. Back to the overhead tricep press. If you'd like to stand up, you could stand up for this. Ooh, so you're not on the floor this whole circuit. Grab your weight behind your head and press. If you're unable to do this, you can also do like a tricep kickback. If you've got something taken over, too much strain in the neck, you could do a kickback here, okay? Otherwise, you're here for your overhead. Strong stomach. Not flaring my elbows out. We're at the end of the 45 seconds, 5 seconds left here. Kneeling squat and lateral raise. Come to the mat again. I got both of my dumbbells. Hinge into that, tight squeeze and lift. Remember your modification, you can do a high row. to here, okay? Are you squeezing when you're raising up? Hinge back in that hip, thrust it forward, and we're out. I really like this combo. All right, good job. 2 back extensions into a push-up. Light right there on your stomach. Make sure your head is lined up with the ground, so your neck is lined up with your spine. 2 right here. Push up. Push up. You can do the push-ups to the knees. Looks like this. Just keep your stomach nice and strong when you're doing these. Don't dip like this. Okay, I want you to have some power in your core. Power in the core takes tucking under everything and lifting, okay? No dipping. Align that spine. All right, leg raise switch. You can do straight leg or bent knee. You're here. Gives that hamstring a nice little stretch. Good, lower back should be on the ground. Don't raise that back up off the ground. Now remember, you could do knees. Sometimes when we bend the knees, it shapes that spine and that tailbone to support your back more. And that's your modification right here. Otherwise, we're here. Keep that stomach in. All right, earthquakes. Hi, hi, hi. Okay, here we go. Those legs are out in front. Lean back into that. Hold this tight. Arms up to the ceiling. Do it with confidence and strength. Keep that chest open, but don't flare out the rib cage. Okay, rib cage is important. All right, tuck under. Head and chest up, fingertips to the ceiling. We're just holding. If you wanted to bring an arm out in front, but don't be loose about it, okay? I want to see some confidence in those arms. 10 seconds. You got this, belly in. 3, 2, 1. All right, good job. Stand it up for me. We're on round 3, your final round. Overhead tricep press. All right, the dumbbell is here over my head. And remember, if you've got any kind of neck pain going on, you can always do a kickback here. Okay, notice how my elbow stays back. I'm squeezing back behind me using the back of my arm. Okay, it's not a curl here. It's back behind you here. All right, otherwise you're here for your overhead tricep press. Feel that burn. And we got 10 seconds. Kneeling squat, lateral raise is next. All right, good job. Kneeling squat. Have a seat to those knees. I'm gonna sit back into it, raise it up with a squeeze, and lateral here. Put some force into that tight squeeze at the top of that hinge. Remember your modification here if you needed to, you can do a high row. You can even do single arm. Squeeze it up, pull it up. Good, sit back into that. Thrust those hips forward, and we're up. Last one. Good. 2 back extensions into push-up. Let's go to your stomach. Head down and your neck aligned with your spine. 2 back extensions. 1 push-up. You could also do it from the knees. This is your last round. Make each one of these count. If you're feeling fatigued, if you're feeling the burn, you've got to keep going. Stay uncomfortable. Last one. Good, let's switch that over. Get a leg raise switch. Straight leg, bent knees. Switch. Last one of these, and we have earthquake. So your last 2 exercises. Good, hold that tight. Remember, you could do bent knee here. 10 seconds. Whatever you do, don't give up. You've got to keep going. All right, your last one is earthquake. I know these are hard, but how long can you hang tight? I think you can do the whole 45. No breaks. All right, let's go arms up, hang in there. Your last exercise of the day. Chest. It's a good core day. Upper body and core today. Pull that sucker in tight. But challenge yourself. Breathe. This is like the opposite of a wall sit. Usually our legs are screaming, but we're sitting here and our abs are screaming. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Woo. Release that one. Good job. Grab a drink of water. All right. While we're sitting here, I want you to go ahead. Nice tall spine. Take your right ear and reach it for your right shoulder. And I just want you to drop that chin now to the ground. And take your chin and just bring it to the center of your chest. And now bring your chin over to the left side. Looking down still. And now rotate your head towards me. And again to the center and roll it over to the right side. And then roll it completely over to the left side. And look up at the ceiling. And bring it all the way around. And back to the right. Bring it up, look at the ceiling. And we're down. And raise that chin up. Take your left arm, bring that up overhead, and stretch it to the right. Back to center. Right arm up and over to the left. Good, bring that back to center. Straighten out both legs out in front of you. And let's reach for those toes. And sit up tall. Bend your left knee over your right side. Hug it with your right arm. And let's twist to the left. Good, bring it back to center. Bend the right knee over the left leg. Hug it with your left arm. Let's twist to the right. Good, go ahead and bring it back to center. Let's flip those legs around onto all fours. Sit back on those heels, stretch your fingertips forward. Come up to all fours. I want you to just scoot your body down so now you're flat on the ground. Bend your left elbow for me so your left hand is on the ground. And your right arm is extended out, and it should look like this on the right side, okay? And what I want you to do is just lie flat, and I want you to open up to the right. I'm sorry, now open up to the left. Good, bring your body back to center. Lie your left arm out. Your right arm by your side. Now let's open up to the right. Back to center, both arms to your rib cage, to your knees, and then to your heels. Stretch it forward again. Come to all fours. I want you to go ahead up to plank, walk your hands to your feet. Roll it up. Nice and easy, roll those shoulders back. I want you to go ahead, take your left arm, bring it over your head, and grab that left elbow. Release that arm. Let's do that with the right side. Right side up. Grab that. And release that arm. Go ahead, separate your legs. I want you to just reach for your right toe. And walk it on over. Touch the left toe. And walk it to the center. Roll it up nice and slow. Roll those shoulders back. Clasp your hands behind your back and push your chest out. Stretch that chest. That posture is so important. Fan those arms to the ceiling. And now round your lower back. Round your upper back. And up to the ceiling. Fan your arms down. Woo! And you guys are done. Good job.
Thank you.
All right, my pleasure.